Hello, everybody, and welcome to the finale of our Winter League for 2014. I'm Steven.
I'm Robert.
And you're watching a Game of Thrones being played between Sean Clemons on the left and Matt Phillips on the right. Starks versus Baratheons. Robert, what can we expect?
A lot of fighting, a lot of challenges, a lot of Game of Thrones action. And Matt's playing what? Black Sails deck?
He's playing Black Sails.
Shark is playing some sort of Stark nonsense. I think it's just a straight up, no agenda Stark.
I think he's doing the No Agenda Stark Winter. Always solid. He can summon for Mirror Reed, of course. Always a strong play. I assume that's his restricted. If it's not, he's a fool. But yeah, and you actually said it maybe in jest, but there probably will be a lot of challenges. This is going to be classic Game of Thrones here. No shenanigans. No Martells, no Targaryens
These
on
aren't
the board.
control houses.
These are not control houses. However, I expect Baratheon to get everything they want out of their discard pile at all times. And I expect Sean to run a lot of non-kneeling cards like Northern Cavalry Flank and Blanking Mirror Reed, probably Winter Arya. A lot of good stuff coming out of these decks. And it's going to be a heater.
It will
I'm
be.
Sure.
The thing that I'm most curious about is I know Matt's Black Sails deck runs a lot of Shadows effects and Shadows goodness, and I have no idea how much Sean runs of the same kinds of things in his deck, and whether or not he'll be able to, counterbalance some of Matt's shenanigans coming out of Shadows with his own. We'll see. I know Mirror Reed kind of fits into that theme, but I don't know what else Stark likes to run in Winter with Shadows.
Well,
other than Shadow's Cat, but I would be falling out of my chair surprised if Sean is running Shadow's Cat.
I would be as well. I don't know.
Cat.
We can't both fall out of our chair, or there wouldn't be any commentary.
That's right.
I'm going to say that Marjorie Terrell is going to play a role here. She's the Blanca non-lady, so it's not going to hit Mira. Mira's a lady, right? Yeah,
yes.
She's a lady. But the more cards come out of Shadows, the better it's going to be for Matt, I think, ultimately. Black Cells triggers are going to happen.
That is a retarded card, by the way.
It's quite a card. It's quite a card. When there's...
Let's not downplay it. That card is crazy, okay? It is not a limited response. People are complaining about Castellans and like Alchemist Get Hall, those kinds of things. Black Cells in Black Sails? Oh, man.
It's pretty massive.
It's crazy.
Look at that setup.
Hello.
Look at that
Six
setup.
cards. Don't mind me.
Oh, man.
With 6 cards.
Oh, man. So this game is nearly over.
Do you lead with a Valor?
Look at that economy, though. And this is what Black Sails can do.
Mm-hmm.
They can run so many cheap cards because they have a long time to kind of stream out their draw, streamline things, get the hold going. They can get economy if they need it. So they're not afraid to include some redundancy. And I like that. Look at this Winter King's Road. He's not making it winter. He just has it in there. For economy purposes, Kingdom of Shadows, that's going to be fairly useful. Got a River Road in the
Fairly useful.
Look at Brightwater Man-at-Arms. How about that card?
That
You want to
card,
talk about that card?
That card, I think I spoke about it enough when it came out of its chapter pack, but it lived up to everything I thought it was going to be, if not more. It is a redonkulous little card right there, and Baratheon Recursion makes it even more so.
Many people have been calling for that card to be restricted.
I'm okay with that. I don't play Bara. What do I care?
Non-Bara players are okay with it. Who knows if that's necessary. Matt leading with Twist of Fate like a boss.
Because Sean's Valoran, we can only assume.
I'm gonna figure out what Sean's plot is.
He is not Valoring.
By look alone. This is a spread board, so we weren't able to get the whole thing. But I am going to figure out that plot in no time.
In no time.
No short order.
No time. No time has passed. What plot is it?
Anyway, back to Brightwater Man.
It is crazy, truly. Like, it dazzles me.
Perfect counter to Black Cells. He doesn't need to kneel to do anything.
He doesn't need to kneel to do anything. And it's also a perfect counter to the flank. I mean, it's not as potent as the flank, but it'll do.
And it soaks up that deadly. Looks good.
Pig. It'll do.
Look at Matt. Play a garden. Why not?
Oh, see.
Cold Hands the flank. Oh, my gosh.
For a red priest, that's not what you want.
The one restriction.
He bird that?
He birded.
He birded?
I think it was the stealth, maybe, that he was concerned about. Who knows?
Maybe hoping to have a flank unattended. Oh, it's a non-army character. What are we? We're
morons. Herp-a-derp.
Why did we wait?
Why were we caught off guard?
No, why did we Cold Hands this early, Matt?
I don't know.
Sean could drop real cards later.
Maybe he's planning on exploding here with his 2-claim Twist of Fate plot.
I don't like that Cold Hands.
His hands
Just
extra cold.
Oh, look who it is. Sir
Davos.
Davos with all the keywords. Melee,
No surprises
in
there.
Renown.
A card that is getting more work than I ever thought it would, mainly in part of this Black Sails type of deck.
River Runner and the Lesai Pirate.
The Pirate is awesome. I am continually pleased by that card.
Look at Sean dropping 2 Narrow Seas. Where were you on setup? Don't you love that?
Yeah, he was cursing earlier because of his misfortune in drawing those.
Now, one thing to keep in mind here is Twist of Fate. That's going to have an impact for sure. Sean's going to be able to really kind of plot out what he wants to do. I'm curious to know if he's going to go military heavy or if he might try to get some intrigue out of Stark with that Twist of Fate plot. We will see.
Yep.
He's going to have to defend a 2-claimer here, though, with a non-kneeling Brightwater, a melee Sir Davos, and that pirate who can jump in for 2 more. So he better watch himself.
Yeah, this intrigue challenge is going to be a bad one for Sean. Because I'm looking at his hand here. I'm not seeing a single icon that I'm aware of. Maybe I'm wrong.
So he's playing Classic Stark is what we call it.
Yes. Classy Stark.
The non-green Stark. This is just gonna be a tough one for Sean to claw back into, just because that setup was so massive on Matt's end.
Yeah, I mean, when you have 6 cards against 2, there's a lot to be said just for that right off the bat.
Yeah, and I saw in Sean's hand, or at least in his deck, his Narrow Escape is his restricted. So that's no Mira.
No Mira.
And it also means Matt, I know, is also running Narrow Escapes as restricted. So in those kinds of matchups, whoever gets that board presence first, generally going to be the winner because you're planning on your opponent not being able to react to your overwhelming board. But if both players are doing that, only one of them can truly overwhelm the other.
It's true. Harrenhal
gets
Lisa
some card
needs
draw.
braces. Harrenhal.
Look at all that gold. Oof.
It's quite a bit.
Lannister Baratheons over there. Power Challenge. Non-kneeling. You're not going to defend that.
No, he's not. Oh, snap.
Oh, no, we missed it. Should have Nightmares pre-challenge.
Whew. I'm surprised.
Unless that's what... We may be getting a rewind because there wasn't really a window there where it was like, do you have any pre-challenge actions?
Yeah. You got to ask. Especially when you're at the final table, the top 8.
Can't just push that man forward.
Pushing him.
What is this?
Let's push it.
And
he's
power is still coming through.
This
so
is a weird situation, though. I can't see how he blocks this.
you can't defend
It's just
it.
unopposed.
Nah.
But look at him think about it.
Sean usually thinks for good reasons, so...
So he's got a paper shield. What was that other thing? I can't make out that other event.
Here's the question, though. Did he flop something like... I don't know. Wait, I want to see his plot so badly.
Yeah, that would explain a lot for us right now.
Drive me crazy. Yeah. So we are pre-challenge Nightmares.
Rewind. Okay, so now we're going to reassess this challenge now that the rewind has been executed.
Sean was waiting for Matt to kneel something.
Sean was thinking much the same. You can't just push that man at arms forward.
What's up, Brightwater?
Okay,
3-strength power challenge.
with some cold hands.
If Sean defends and then reveals a card and puts it in his hand, we will know what plot he has revealed right now. Successful defense, put a card, reveal. The city plot that everyone loved, King's Landing Coup. Cuckoo for King's Landing.
Man, I have never seen such an intense deliberation over a first turn power challenge.
What seems to be a pretty pitiful challenge here.
You gotta wonder if we're missing something, but I don't think so.
River Runner can easily jump in here for... there it is. Get
Jumping.
that Black Sails trigger.
We saw it coming.
And River Runner gains Vigilant and an Intrigue icon. That almost seems pretty good.
It's worth it. Every time. Every time.
Call that the old Black Sails squeeze.
Aha!
Sean freaking out over here.
He's freaking out. The magnitude of the plot choice that Matt chose is now dawning on him. That was like 2 or 3 phases ago. What's going on? All right.
River Runner, give
Here
me
we
that
go.
Intrigue challenge.
Ant, unopposed.
Unopposed 2-claimer here.
That's the worst.
Oh, no
Yoink,
hand, you
yoink.
say. To be a wolf.
To be a wolf. Man, you don't see that much these days.
Nope, I'm going to guess that means Sean opened with the appropriate battle. I'm just guessing. I think to be is a military battle, if I'm not mistaken.
Milt.
Seems Starky.
It's very Starky.
He probably did Oxcross, man.
Could be. For
Oxcross.
sure. This is an interesting one. Okay, token defense.
Die, Shaggy Dog.
There's no question about it. What?
Two gone.
But wait, why? What? Oh, it's two claim. Duh. I was like, the Deadly's gone. Oh yeah, Twist of Fate. Derp.
Harrenhal. Look at the top three. Ooh, River Row. What do you take?
He took the River Row.
Not River Row.
No, he's setting aside. Okay, never mind.
This looks awful for Sean. I'll tell you one thing about Game of Thrones.
Oh, you've got nightmares?
Oh,
I've
well,
got nightmares.
You don't want to kneel me? I'll
Cancel!
kneel. Paper shielded it. Was it that important?
Probably not. But there's something to be said to not letting your opponent have their way.
There's a lot to be said for that. Well, at least he'll get the Deadly off on the military, but I think Sean can win that, or Matt can win that challenge if he wants.
That he can.
That flank better do some serious work here, some work that I'm not sure it's capable of doing.
Yeah, I don't think it's capable of doing that kind of work.
No work can be done here.
Not this turn.
Unless you just got like a die-by or something, maybe.
Okay, so what's his card? I'm curious.
I'm wondering if it's going to be a see it now kind of card. Boy, he could use a price.
Oh, he's escaping.
Yeah, you got a narrow escape. Yeah,
Is
well
Matt
done,
discarding?
Sean.
Probably not.
Well done, Sean.
Oh, he did. He did.
He
Woo!
did. And that's a fresh discard for Matt. I think that's the right play.
Mm-hmm.
Even if Sean Valor's next turn, Matt's got the huge econ advantage, so it's going to come down to top decking, and I think Matt has the better shot with Black Sails.
Yep.
I am liking that play. Harrenhal's going to leverage this in Sean's favor the long game, though, so it really does come down to what he is up to.
Okay, it's Oxcross. There you go.
Boom. See? I figured we would see it. If he doesn't win one, that flank's going to go. Oh, no, and it is. See ya.
Melee. Nobody sees that coming. No siree, Bob. Melee is a great underrated keyword. Let it be said.
It's really good. It is. All right, Deadly goes the pirate.
See ya, pirates. Yar.
Power, and now is Sean going to claim power? He should. He should try to slow this down, I think.
Mm-hmm. Because, you know... Whoa, he's going Milt.
He's going mill.
Alright, you guys are good.
And then he dies for Oxcross.
Wah, wah.
I feel like what's the point of mill claim there where you probably have to value here, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm curious why he did that. Because he should have known that he was going to just kill that man-at-arms.
He might try to pull back in. Davos collecting his late renown.
Yoink.
Passives.
He's a smuggler. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, Sean's not going to value here, and that's probably ultimately the right choice. But
But
how
Matt
long
might.
can you last with +3 gold on the Black Sails engine over there?
Couple of turns.
It's going to be a top deck showdown here.
The schemes.
Oh, forgotten.
Melisandre forgot her schemes.
Sean knows. Well played.
Can't play from that discard pile. No siree, Bob. Hand only, which is not what Baratheon wants.
Remember, Matt does still have his Black Sails card, which means things are... Oh, no. Sean draws in a great keep and narrow escape.
That's not helping that turn.
Completely worthless here. It will at least set up his Valor next turn a little bit better with that +1 gold. Oh, man.
Just abysmal.
But what can you expect?
You're top decking.
Here's the good
It
thing about
sucks.
this. At least you got schemes out of the way.
Andy has a cookie.
I believe that's pumpkin bread. I actually heard it in
What?
the background. Yeah,
Pumpkin bread. What is this, fall?
pumpkin bread from his lady friend. That's not innuendo. That's reality. Matt, don't play that fleet. Valor's coming.
Valor is coming. He likes his Valor.
Unless No.
with fleets in play.
Now, if Matt has Narrow Escape, which I think he does in hand, and he gets the Intrigue Challenge here, then Sean is done on the Valor.
Yeah, pretty much.
This game is over, guys. Pack it up. Go home.
Power, boating it. Oh, man. Those smugglers are just the bee's knees sometimes.
Yeah, trigger everything. Trigger.
Make everything happen.
For those that are curious, also, this is Black Sails originally started based on, of course, Simone's build from Worlds, which got a lot of attention to this deck type. It's been tweaked and played with and messed around with quite a bit by Matt, so it's a version of Era Black Sails that can do a lot of things, can do some different things, and as you can see, it can oftentimes just dominate a game.
It's surprisingly toolboxy.
It is that, and Matt likes to think he's not a toolbox player, but if you're playing Black Sails, you're kind of toolboxing.
De facto toolbox.
And now, just being able, right now, running the board here, once Black Sails gets the momentum and gets on top, it is nearly an impossible deck to stop.
Yeah.
It can go fetch answers, it can go fetch cancels.
It's all about card draw right now, though.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And Sean didn't even get to use Harrenhal.
Nope.
Total bummer. He's going to Valor here, but he's going to be sad to see an Narrow Escape.
He's got to Valor.
But you have to hope that Matt has not Black Sailed for an Narrow Escape, which we all know he has.
Reinforcements!
As he always does. And there's the Narrow Escape. We all know that
he has no hand to cancel this escape with. Wait, what?
Renown will clear.
Oh, right, duh. It's leaving and coming back. Harrenhal.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. He does get that response before, so he will be able to chuck a card to cancel.
So you're saying there's a chance.
All right.
Saved the day.
Hey, this is okay.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Totally forgot about the Harrenhal response happening before the
that's
Narrow
awesome.
Escape. Well done. Good to know if you're watching at home.
Mm-hmm.
Or in an airplane, or wherever you are.
That's why everybody needs to run one copy of Alanis Greyjoy. A spot card discard whenever you need it.
Well, she's been showing up, hasn't she? Courtesy of one Stephen Wooloo.
Running Martell with Alanis Greyjoy splash. She's worth 4 cost.
I could see that.
Think about it.
I wonder if I don't think she's Greyjoy only either.
Man, I would run her in Lannister. I'd pay 4 for that.
It's pretty good.
I've got the C's to discount her with.
Oh, look, Old Red Priest versus Carrion Bird. Classic matchup.
Caca.
Sometimes those birds get a little unruly.
I still am mystified that the Old Red Priest is a Tricon, one.
I was really about to mention that he has no business having a military icon.
Yeah.
What's he going to do?
I don't know. He can get a little militant-y at times.
I guess so. Not the old ones.
Mm-mm.
Maybe young Red Priest would have a military icon.
I don't know. Maybe he's gotten old and bitter. He's just tired of things.
Probably true. He's got a staff.
Just angry.
He's going to beat up that bird. Way to go, Sean. Frozen Solid and much and more, looks like, or something like that.
I had chicken for lunch, but raven, or, yeah. Is it raven?
It is a raven.
Raven for dinner.
It's a raven. Carrion Bird.
Carrion Bird. All right, here we go. 2 cards versus 5 cards.
I'm going to stick to my conclusion. This game is over.
It is over. It was over since that first setup. Or the setup. I love that card. Mr. Salador.
Salador?
He is a great, crazy card for Baratheon.
What's up with people who complain about Newly Made Lord? Are we done complaining about Newly Made Lord?
Who's complaining?
Nobody, hopefully. Oh, don't you Black Sails that bird, by the way, Matt. Nope, he's not. He's got 0 gold. There's Shireen. Shireen's that card that has an ability that no one ever uses. She's just in Noble Cause and Holy Decks. That's what she does.
Give the character of your choice grayscale until the end of the phase.
Oh,
Frozenated. Sorry, Shadows.
Solid. There's Crescent. Hey, let's get the top card of your discard pile.
Mr. Crescent.
You know what it is? Narrow Escape. You notice that Harrenhal...
Is that an Endless Endurance in his hand?
You notice that Harrenhal's gone, right?
Yeah, old Celador.
Yeah, it's pretty fair, isn't it? Oh,
Cannot be bribed?
Cannot be bribed?
Yeah, that is cannot be bribed.
Or words...
Cannot be bought.
Is that it for sure?
Yep, totes.
Is that the Neely one?
I would recognize that anywhere. It's the card no one plays.
That can't be. He can't be playing that card.
It's totally that card, dude.
I thought it was too at first.
You don't think so anymore?
I just can't believe Sean would play that.
The priest coming in. Unopposed challenges galore. Hope Sean's running that second Valor.
So if you're Sean Clemons, you're looking at this, you're thinking to yourself, how do I get back in this game? What is your answer?
You flip the table. It's the only option here. If you don't like the way the table is set, you flip the table.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the only option here.
Well, he can go summon for a character at least.
Summon for a new table.
A new game.
New game, please.
What if there was that plot?
I didn't like this one. No thanks.
Limit 1 per plot deck. Start a new game.
See, that's when, Matt's just screwing with you. When he plays City of Lies for the one copy of Black Sails that happens to be in his hand. He didn't need it, but he's playing it anyway.
He doesn't need it. No.
Here's another flank. We know what's happening to that.
Getting it for summoned, huh? I feel like that flank's going to die.
It's going to die. And more importantly, it's going to do nothing before it dies. Because it's going to get black sailed. That card is bananas.
No, it can still attack.
Oh, right. It doesn't kneel. That's correct.
Unless it gets nightmares again.
Let's hope. That would complete the circle of injustice that Sean has experienced so far this game.
It can't defend its own demise, though, which could be funny if Sean does know their characters.
Oh, man. Let that happen.
Oh, the Brackfish.
Hero Brackfish. It's a classic. Absolute classic of a card. He's going to work well with that new Edmure Tully that's coming out. I still can't believe that card.
I can't believe any of the new cards that are coming out.
I'm turning over in my own grave over that new Sir Edmure Tully. Why is he deadly? He is the least deadly person in the history of Game of Thrones. Let's be honest.
How about Shireen? I guess she's deadly to herself.
Yes. She's got a disease. She'll die eventually. Well, so we think.
They all will die eventually. Hey, play a Seat of Power.
Hey, as though I didn't have enough economy. Seat of Power, thanks.
Hey, Dale, Trigger Dale, get that seat back. All right.
Is that wildfire? Whoops. Oh my god, the Raffing Storm. What is going on here? This is just the worst board Baratheon can spit out. By worst, I mean best and most annoying.
I'm sorry, Sean.
Yeah, you did not deserve this.
3 gold, just in case.
At a certain point, you hold back on the marshalling just because you know that it is completely demoralizing.
It's called being a gentleman.
Yes. I know you have no chance of winning. Yes, yes. I won't marshal another 4 characters to your 1.
I'll be sporting. But it's important to note that, let it be known, last turn was a Valor.
Last turn was a Valor.
And look at what's happened.
Look. The travesty has continued.
It's better than it was before the Valor.
It's only gotten better. Man. Ever since that Red Priest came back from Cold Hands leaving play.
Seems like he was the linchpin of this crew.
He really is. That's why he's a Tricon. He's a linchpinner.
You decided Dale was looking at Wildfire over there?
Yep.
Is that why he gets a discarded card back in?
I can only assume. I suppose. I mean, that makes a certain amount of sense.
Well, the good news is that Sean can't get cards out of Matt's hand with an intrigue challenge.
Haha!
So that's gonna...
Which is nice. All right, he's considering his options for subsequent turns. Not looking good. If the old Blackfish was out, he might have a chance, though. If anybody can hold off 6 other characters, it's the Blackfish. I've seen it before. I hope to see it again. Hopefully this game.
That's a really... you got to give Matt credit for diversifying his board, though.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's a ragtag group.
He could work for Merrill Lynch with as much diversification as he has right now. It's crazy. Uh-oh.
And didn't even play anything.
Weenie
you know
intrigue.
Why? If you can't play 2, why play 1?
Why play 1? Why get a card killed?
Prevent an unopposed, I guess.
Yeah.
Sean probably just wants to win.
If
this
he had
one
played
quick.
1 card, we all know that Black Sails would have been activated. Just waiting.
This is just kind of a bummer for Sean, because we know this deck is way better than this.
Mm-hmm. He didn't get to the finals on accident.
No.
It's not an accident.
No.
Both for a player of his caliber and a player with a deck of his caliber.
And
of its caliber.
This is something you just have to kind of get used to at Thrones. All right, they're scooping. Because sometimes when you fall way behind, especially at setup, especially against a Black Sails engine, you probably aren't catching up. So sorry, so one-sided there, but you know what? That's what the Game of Thrones looks like sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're in the money. Sometimes you're getting pounded.
That's right.
Thanks for watching,
Strikes
guys. You can tune in every Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time to our live stream at teamcovenant.com/TV to watch these two guys and your other favorites play at the Covenant store, and it's always a good time. So take care and spread the love of this game.
Watch out for Valors.